Hey there, everybody. This is April from Smart Singing, and I'm here to talk to you today about something all of us dread having to face: performing while we are sick. All of us would love to have our body functioning perfectly for us. Now, when people train for the Olympics, do you think they're always 100% like feeling their best on the day of the Olympics? Probably not. You're tired, you are excited, you've been doing things, you maybe are partying with people, right? Same thing goes for callbacks. You're up for that big show, and guess what? You're at your 5th callback. You've gone 5 times, but of course, maybe you're too excited, you didn't sleep enough. Okay, here's another instance. We have a big show and you have opening night, but guess what? You've been in tech all week. And what does that mean? You guys are up all night, not getting enough sleep. So the only thing that is actually guaranteed when you're going to have a big performance is that your body will not be at its best. And so I think as singers, my job as a great teacher is to teach you how to find ways to make your body consistent and healthy, so that even when you are not feeling your best and you feel like the Walking Dead, you are still going to function. I like to use this as an example with my students. I say, listen, you have the flu, right? Can you stand up and walk? Yeah, you haven't forgotten how to walk, right? You just know that maybe I'm a little tired and I shouldn't try to do jumping jacks or cartwheels because I have the flu. It's the same thing. Being an amazing singer has more to do with knowing how to listen to your body than anything. It's listening to your body and noticing, oh, this is where I'm at today. Okay, I'm not gonna push it, right? And the second thing is understanding how to create healthy habits and techniques that work well for you under any circumstance. And that's what Smart Singing is about. Me streamlining these ideas and just giving you quick, easy ways to know how to make your body more consistent. And that's all we care about, right? So you're probably asking, well, what do I do? How do I practice performing when I'm not feeling well? Well, guess what? You know that time when you wanted to call out of your voice lesson because you weren't feeling good and you were sick? Why don't you take that as an opportunity to actually learn about your body? Take that time to sing and find out what your actual physical limitations are. What does your body want to do? What does it not want to do? Oh, that's interesting. Where is it grabbing? It's grabbing here because now I'm feeling more tension or I'm more exhausted in my body. Where else do I need to support myself in other ways so I can be successful? It's the same thing with crying, right? We all want to have that big dramatic role where we're crying, right? But guess what? What happens when you have to cry? The first thing that happens is your throat gets tight, everything tightens up, and nothing allows you to cry. Well, I can tell you for a fact, I know it is possible, because when I went to go see Aida Heather Headley, I think she was like deathly ill. My friend was in the show, so she told me. And she was like laying on the floor between scenes, like she was like sick, but she did not call out. She still went on stage and she still gave an amazing performance. And not only that, I was in the first row, I could see. She has tears streaming down as she is singing. And in my brain, my mind is exploding, thinking, how is she even doing this? The truth is, just like anything in life, it just takes practice. Just takes practice. Half the time we're so upset with ourselves that we want to always be like amazing and perfect, but we don't actually embrace the part of us that is imperfect and maybe flawed or maybe sick or not up to it 100%. But if you get to know that side of yourself, I promise you're going to become a professional and you're going to feel a lot more confident walking into a room, no matter how your body's feeling, So, let me just give you a few exercises that I would do if I was actually sick. Now, if I was feeling really sick and my voice was not doing so well, the first thing that I tend to do is just like a vocal growl or just like bottom out, basically. It's just this. Okay? If you cannot do that, that is when you drink a can of shush. Okay? Do not speak. Do not sing. Because if your chords can't even meet each other to do that floppy blah, sound, you should not be singing. If you can make that sound, however, and you're thinking like, okay, what's going on? My throat's a little tired. The first thing you want to do is actually warm up your body. Your body needs to be very warm and happy, okay? Because it's your body that needs to support your singing. Another thing that you can do if you are not feeling so great is instead of pushing yourself to be very, very, very vocalized quickly, it's actually kind of like yoga. You're going to want to do less. You're going to want to, like, let's say we're doing just like the, right? Or we're going to want to pick something that uses less air. So I would tend to go with a, because less air is coming out of your mouth, or a, right? Whatever's going to minimize air is going to minimize the kind of damage, well, not damage, but exhaustion of what's happening in your throat, okay? And when you're doing that, you're going to close your eyes and you're going to tune into your body. You're not going to feel frustrated and push hard against it. You're going to sing and then notice, oh dear, okay, I can tell that it's feeling like it doesn't open on the top. You're going to do it again, closing your eyes, and do it more gently and see which direction you need to head to get there. Oftentimes in singing, we have this need and we want to tell the world that we're amazing and we want to push, right? I'm amazing, look at me, right? Of course, because that's kind of our job. I get it. But guess what? It does not serve us, right? We have to walk into the room and we have to be magnetic and bring people to us. Another thing is that we want to think about our air as our best friend, but too much air is like taking our little vocal folds, which are like the size of tissue, right? And what if you took one of those giant turbine fans and was just like blowing it up? Like, that's not going to help at all, right? Air is our friend. We want not too much and not too little. And the only way you're going to figure that out is by listening to yourself and your body to figure out what actually feels good and works for you. So kind of coming full circle to singing while you are sick. Number one, can you even go up or if you can't, that's your signal. Please do not speak. It's okay. Vocal rest is perfect right then, okay? If you can, start easing yourself into something, a vocal exercise that might be a little lighter and a little easier, right? Not pushing forward into it, but feeling like you are kind of opening up backwards into it. A lot of singing is actually the art of feeling like we're taking the world into us and flowing out of us, not feeling like the need for approval and pushing forward. And this is the irony. In life, is it not the same thing, right? How many times in life do you maybe go on a date and you feel the need to feel amazing, and what are you doing? You're trying to tell somebody how amazing you are, right? And you're not actually being authentically yourself. Singing is the same thing. It's going to give you the same feedback. You need to think, okay, if I'm not at full speed today, that is okay. That's okay. That's where I'm at today, and that is it. Remember, our instrument is different than this. This piano, if I break a string, what are we going to do? I'm going to call Mr. Piano Man. Hey, Mr. Piano Man, I need you to fix my piano. Awesome, sweet, right? Guitarist, I broke a string, come fix my guitar, right? But what happens with our body, right? I feel sad one day, my body feels different. I feel excited, totally different. My throat is dry, great. I'm having acid reflux, great, right? We're working with an instrument that's actually made out of flesh and bone and continually shifting. So we have to be as pliant as our instrument is. We have to listen to our heart and use our head and say, listen, ultimately I want to be healthy and just be my most complete self. And all you can do when you are sick and go into that audition is be your best self that day. I don't care if you think that you can squelt it to the rafters, and you can do that, right? Those are the days that I take the shows and I call them those my safe shows, okay? And I'm like, listen, that tone maybe not be like the beltiest, most like brassy, amazing like note ever. I'm going to err on the side of caution, listen to my body, and maybe round that note out, make it a little warmer and a little safer just to take care of myself. Because remember, if you want to be a working professional, you have to think in these terms. I want to get this job and I want to play this role. Sweet. But guess what? You got to play that role 8 shows a week. And what does that mean? That doesn't just mean 8 shows a week. That means 400 shows a year if you have like 2 weeks off. 400 times a year. So, knowing that, we are athletes and we have to take good care of ourselves if we want to keep our job the whole time. So today is kind of like a lesson in forgiveness of yourself and to listen to yourself. Because if you can listen to your body, you're going to get better results. So what, you're sick? So what, now what, right? That's fine. You're gonna do great. I'm already proud of you for going in and just doing it anyways, even though you know you're not at your best. And I'm even more proud of you for forgiving yourself and just saying, okay, this is where I'm at, right? And taking good care of yourself. Because ultimately, that is why I'm doing what I do. I really care about other singers. I really care about my students. I really care about other teachers. I just want to spread my message of love yourself, be good to yourself, and be good to other people. And if I've done that, I've done my job. So I guess to kind of put a little bow on it, so what? You're sick. You'll be fine. I promise. I'm going to make some other courses that are specifically on what to do step by step when you are sick. I'll have a whole sick protocol. I promise. But I just wanted to touch base about this subject, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Thanks.